All right, so moving right along, the fourth figure in this 5-pack is Caitlyn. That's the name that I see on my poster back there. If you look at the first video, you'll see what poster I'm talking about. The poster, though, shows her with a smaller gun. This is a much larger gun, and it's the only gun I see near her. So she may be like the exclusive that only comes with this one because of the gun, blah, blah, blah. I'm not 100% sure. So the gun, she has a trigger finger on that hand. So you can get it in there if you can just be patient. I would put it all the way, but I want to go ahead and show you that it can go in there, and it can go farther, of course. I would focus on the articulation, though, because she does have a skirt, which does usually limit the articulation. Her head is on a ball joint, which is not very much hindered by the hair after all. She looks like Zatanna from the Justice League, except she's not wearing blue or... Well, no, Zatanna wore black for a while there. That's right. I'm thinking of Perez's Zatanna. She's got the articulation that goes up that far. It swivels 180 degrees, but the shoulder pads are a little hindering, and the hands do the elbows do the same thing. Her wrist looks like it does something, but it really doesn't. It's permanently posed like that. Now, for her articulation on her chest, it's right below her upper body part and parts, and not at the waist. Now, under the flap is very flexible, so it's not going to get too much in the way like you might think. At first I thought, well, it's not going to be much articulation down there. No, she's got the same as everybody else. She's got a ball joint in the crotch, which I hate to say that with females, I'm sorry. And then a thigh swivel, but we always call it a ball crotch, T crotch, or a V crotch is the main three articulation points for the crotch area. I just all these so far have been pretty much females except the first one. At the knees, it rotates really well, and it also has a hinge joint right there. Of course, there's nothing in the ankles, and these are not as rubbery. Now these have a tendency to be rubbery, so when you bend them, you might end up, maybe breaking them or something. So you gotta be, well, they're not so rigid you break them, but they're just so boinky. I don't know how else to say it. So you might have to do a little bit of pressure at first to loosen them up. But this one came already nicely up and nicely able to be moved. Just a side-by-side comparison with her and a Walmart figure that's also in the same scale, 1/18 scale, her and Carol Danvers. She makes Carol Danvers look tiny. So they're not going to scale well with a lot of your figures unless you just go ahead and say, hey, some people are just tall like that. Here's her beside Captain Marvel from the Marvel, it says Marvel Legends. I know I personally want to call them Marvel Universe because that's a different scale in my opinion. And let's take a close look at that face, if we can get the focus in here. The light is betraying me inside my own room now. And we got a pretty good looking face. She looks a lot like somebody I've seen on TV, but I can't quite place the face. So again, I think this is some kind of video game. Let me know below in the comments if you know anything about this and which one is your favorite character. So far for me, I hate to tell somebody that's in front of me, but this one is my favorite so far. Tune in next time, we'll get the fifth figure in.